Emir, again, thanks for joining me today. Just a quick intro. I'm speaking with Emir, the founder and CEO of Rabbu, and we'll just dive into a quick few questions to just learn more about their experience working with us. And so, yeah, kind of diving into it right now, Emir. Can you just tell me a little bit more about the business, like what you guys do, and just a quick overview of that?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, thank you for having me, and I'm happy to jump on here. You guys have done a great job, so happy to be here. Best way to think about Rabbu is we are based in the United States, and we are a real estate marketplace. We help investors and vacation home buyers find a property to purchase. We give them revenue projections, all completely for free on the front end, helping them find properties not too dissimilar to someone would do here in the US on Zillow. And the way we make money is by taking those buyers and connecting them to real estate agents who are in a specific market who can help that buyer close a transaction or connect them with a lender who provides loans specifically for short-term rentals. And where you guys have come in is you've really helped us grow our agent network, which has been a huge blessing for us as a team.
Awesome. And before we started working together, like what were you actually doing as far as lead generation goes? Like what you tried in the past? Just a quick overview
Yeah,
of
I
that.
mean, honestly, we were doing it ourselves, and we were just running out of capacity. So we had sourced lists of potential partners to reach out to, and we've been doing some of our own kind of email sequencing. But we're a small, lean team. We're a profitable business, but trying to remain small and lean. And we put a lot of burden on our team to do the cold outreach, set up calls,
Yeah.
then handle the demos, and then close the deals. While also doing some account management. We were just doing a lot as a small team and we started kind of realizing that that was a bottleneck for us. Outreach was, and as I started talking to other peers in the community, I heard about your team, and we engaged you guys, and it's been a huge success so far.
Yeah. So would you say like the main problems you were just trying to solve were like capacity issues, like anything else
Yeah,
specific that?
100% capacity
Yeah.
issues, and really just ability to follow through and stay on top of our lead lists.
Yeah. I think it's also like, I mean, it showed based on the results, and I'm sure we'll dive deeper into it in a sec. But like your offer, like almost sells itself. You guys have a great offer, and so makes sense that having like a dedicated team to it just puts like gasoline on the fire, right? But yeah, awesome. So what do you think like the main impact of working with us was? Like, again, capacity for sure, but over like not even impact maybe, but like just your experience overall up. Basically, we've worked like together what 30 days already. Just a
Yep.
quick overview on that side.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, capacity was huge. First, starting with the reach out, being able to better target the lists that we have identified, and helping you guys kind of clean up those lists, make sure we have the right targets,
Yeah.
and start the reach out process. So that was huge. Helped us a lot on the front end in starting the reach out process. So big help. Second piece was honestly just getting meetings booked, and it's been incredibly energizing as well to see. So prior to engaging you guys, we actually tracked this pretty closely as a company. We were generating, a handful of meetings ourselves a week. And since we've engaged you guys with 5 and 6x that. So it's honestly been very energizing to see the activity come through and see the meetings and see our calendars get booked up, which is
Yeah.
always kind of what you want to see. So very energizing, very positive. We've had, already great success closing the deal. So it's helped the bottom line, it's helped the morale, and it's just kind of energized the company
Yeah.
overall.
Do you know like again, if you don't have like the numbers out of your like top of mind is fine. But, like, do you know the actual numbers as far as meetings you had, like people engaged, like even clients
Yeah,
closed if
so
you're
yeah,
looking to
we've
share that?
had right around 60 meetings booked in the past month through you guys' services. Of those, we're still talking to a good portion of them, but we've had about a 15% close rate out of the ones that have been booked
Yeah.
and growing. So really strong. Obviously, there's changes we're making to refine those to increase, make sure the meeting, show up rates are a little bit higher. But overall, we feel like we've added probably 150K of business in the last month with your guys' support, which we
Awesome.
wouldn't have had otherwise.
Yeah. One thing you briefly like touched on this, and obviously I know the answer to this, but um, can you tell us just like where you actually like heard first about us, like, and what piqued your interest specifically?
Yeah, I mean, we knew we had this problem to solve, basically the cold outreach problem, volume problem. So, I started kind of doing a Google searches online, trying to see if I can find, good resources, but at the same time, tapped into my network of other entrepreneurs and business owners. And one stood out was a gentleman here in Charlotte, where we're based, that runs a media company. When I reached out to him, he said, "Hey, I'm actually uh, traveling right now on the West Coast. Charlotte's on the East Coast, so he was, on the whole other side of the country, coming off of a meeting that this group's helped me set up, and it's looking really promising. I couldn't recommend them higher. You should engage with them because I wouldn't have gotten this potential client without Virtuous Medium reaching out on my behalf." So I was like, great. So that was really kind of what prompted me to get connected to you, and I
Yeah,
think that gentleman actually made the introduction. And it's been, he was spot on
yeah. Shout out,
with the
Alex.
performance. Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Alex. Seriously.
Can you kind of describe what working with us actually looks like? Again, kind of day to day, like what happens essentially.
Yeah, first of all, it does not feel like we're engaging with a third party company for what it's worth. And I don't say that lightly because we work with a lot of, if you will agencies or contractors, where it feels like they're doing kind of the bare minimum to make us, to fulfill that contract, if you will. I've been incredibly impressed by you and Bruna and the rest of your team as well. I mean, so you guys are part of our Slack, which is how we do 90% of our communication internally.
Yeah,
Um, we have a couple of dedicated channels where we talk to you guys on a regular basis. I don't as much because I have another team member, Ashley, who runs with it. But honestly, it feels like you guys are just an extension of the team, right? You're doing a reach out, you're kind of warming up and qualifying the potential customers, then and you're doing it in our voice on our behalf. So it feels like on the reach out that the email is coming from Ashley,
yeah,
even though you guys are doing it. You then communicate back and forth with that lead to get them to book the meeting as Ashley. And as part of that process, you come to us and you ask us questions. You've asked us for SOPs on how to handle certain situations. We provided you that. We give you feedback. You act as if you're Ashley, and you set up a call on behalf of Ashley. And as part of that call, you also give Ashley the rundown of the communication that was had with that customer, just so that she is prepped and ready for the call. And it's been great. It's been smooth. No pushback from clients. Nobody has felt like, or we haven't gotten any feedback. Anybody doesn't know that they haven't been talking to Ashley on our team the whole
yeah,
time. And the great thing about this is that your team's available constantly, quick to answer questions. I mean, we've gotten answers on a Friday night at 9 p.m. here on the East Coast, which means it's 2 or 3 in the morning on your end, which just
yeah,
shows me dedication, not necessary, but appreciated by all means. So,
yeah.
very happy on that front.
Thank you, Emir. Awesome. So, look, last question from my side. What from like as far as everything we've worked together for basically like 30 days now, what would you say like is the main thing that we could improve on our side?
Honestly, not much, to be frank with you. I've appreciated the collaborativeness and really kind of the tone setting. We knew going into it, we were going to try a few reach outs and then we're going to iterate as we go forward. And we're starting to reach those iteration steps. So, your guys' willingness to do that is exactly how we work. The way we operate. I mean, we all make mistakes throughout throughout our day to days, right? So
Yeah,
nobody's perfect, but being willing to adapt and get better is really important to us. So as long as you guys stick to that, you're gonna keep us as a happy customer. Actually, as you know, we're looking to expand with you guys too, explore a few other verticals and increase volume. So um, really not much that I would change at the moment.
yeah, awesome. Amir, that's it. I really appreciate you taking the time again. And yeah, thanks.
Absolutely, it's the least I could do.